Dude, it's crazy to see Georgia Tech. Here, am I in the middle still?
Oh, yeah, it's good.
It's crazy to see Georgia Tech, one below Oregon and one above Ole Miss. It feels like a fever dream.
Yeah.
I'm like, I think of those as like crazy good teams.
Uh-huh.
But look at Georgia Tech there. It feels like, all right, I think if Georgia Tech wasn't the seat they are in the playoffs, I think they could make it one level.
Yeah.
Depending on who they're facing. I think Georgia Tech could upset an Ole Miss. I really do believe that. I think Georgia Tech could upset Georgia. I think that's not a possibility. I think
It's
Georgia
not a
Tech
crazy
could
thing to say at all.
do Vandy. I think Georgia Tech right now could beat Notre Dame. Like Notre Dame was a seat, I think Georgia Tech could win. But like, if they get one of the default four seats from win the ACC championship, they're cooked.
Oh,
they're cooked.
That's
dude.
not how it works this year.
What?
It's going to be top 4 no matter what.
Really?
So if let's say Georgia.
Oh, thank God, we're safe.
Yeah.
So you don't want that bye.
Even if Georgia Tech loses 1 or 2 and then they win the ACC championship, they could still not get the bye, which is pretty crazy.
That's what I prefer, though.
Yeah.
I prefer not to get the bye.
Man.
I think you get the bye to just a death.
Yeah. And then, like, just seeing college football rankings my whole life, Georgia Tech being that low is crazy, or being at 7 is crazy, but Indiana being at 2.
That's just as wild.
Yeah. I've never seen that in my life.
Indiana deserves it, though. I really do believe that.
I asked my grandma about it when I was over for the Browns game, and I was like, Grandma, has Indiana ever been good in your lifetime? And she's like, Indiana? No. I'm like, well, they're the second best team in the nation now.
I told Lori, like, when we were watching the playoffs, or getting ready to, like, about playoff season, it's like, yeah, it looks like Indiana's going to be one of the top seeds in the playoffs. And she's like, in basketball?
Yeah, that's what they've been a basketball school for so long.
Never go to football school. All right, I guess we should get going.
I guess we're already.
We have a great runoff here. Welcome to Big Boys College Football. My name's Grant.
And I'm Gavin.
We had a crazy week, full of some really great games.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we start with the big upset on Friday. Louisville comes and upsets Miami and Sid the Sloth. So I'll let you start on this, I guess.
We were waiting to see when that Carson Beck was coming back. We're like, man, where is he? He's been doing really good. He's a Heisman candidate. When is that Georgia Carson Beck gonna come back? And he came back. He came back.
Pretty much, I think 4 interceptions, 5 if you don't count penalties, or maybe 3 if you don't count. 3 if you. I think 3 if you don't count if you count if you don't count penalties, 5 if you count penalties. If I'm not mistaken, Carson Beck had a terrible game, just a god awful game.
He's throwing these balls that would go up and they'd be for 40 yards, but they'd stay in the air for 10 minutes into triple coverage. You can't throw lobs like that. And he did it. The first time he did it, I was like, okay, he took a shot downfield. He was feeling himself. I'll dismiss it. But he just kept.
And then he has the audacity in the post-game press conference to blame his wide receivers.
Yeah, I didn't even watch it. I was done with hearing from him.
He literally said, "Well, if they would have ran the right route, he probably would have been in the right spot." I'm like, bro, if he ran the wrong route, don't try to force the play.
Yeah.
You were in field goal range.
Yeah.
But whatever.
That was unbelievable.
Minnesota comes out and upsets Nebraska.
Yeah.
I didn't really have an opinion on that one, but again,
me either.
That's that conference for you. I guess the first real big one is Vanderbilt, LSU.
Yeah.
There was never a time in this game where I felt that Vandy didn't have it. Diego Pavia is an elite quarterback.
Yeah.
He runs all over people, and LSU still struggles to score, above 25 points a game. I don't know if they've scored over 25 points this whole season against anybody. So that shows you, sometimes you wonder, okay, is it they play really good defense or is it an offensive problem? LSU is an offensive problem.
Oh, yeah.
Garrett Nussmeier, I think he's hurt. I don't know for sure. But I think there's probably a pretty decent possibility he is.
Yeah, Vanderbilt. If I could just get Vanderbilt. I saw a chart today of how the seeding would look if the season ended today, and it had Georgia Tech and Vanderbilt playing each other in the first round of the playoff. That would be so cool. If we could get
It was the Birmingham Bowl last year.
Yeah. If we could get Georgia Tech, Vanderbilt, and Indiana all in a playoff, yes.
It'll be fun.
I would love
It'll be fun, right? At the end of the day. Vandy's a good school. I like Vandy. And I like the underdog story that Vandy is, that Georgia Tech are, that Indiana are. Like you just said, those are three programs that go back even 3 years ago. If somebody told you, hey, those three programs are going to be in the college football playoffs or contenders even for the college football playoffs, you'd be like, get out of here. What are you talking about? And now they are, all three of them, serious contenders. I mean, I think Indiana has a good chance to win it all.
Yeah.
I really do think so. But we'll have to see. But I think they have a good chance to win it all.
That Big Ten championship game, if they both stay undefeated, that's what I'll be watching. Even if Georgia Tech or Georgia, they wouldn't make the Big Ten game at the same time as SEC championship. But if they did, I would most likely be keeping it on there. Even if Georgia was on there, I'd be like, look, this is going to be a game.
Yeah, for sure.
So I can't wait for that.
Georgia Tech Duke. Duke was favored in this for God knows why. That score should have been higher. Georgia Tech shouldn't have let Duke score in the fourth quarter, but there was a mistake and allowed them to and go for two. And Georgia Tech should have had a touchdown that was pulled back. But Georgia Tech's defense looked the best they had looked all season in this game. Besides against Virginia Tech. I was quite impressed with Tech this team, but I also didn't think Duke was all that good. I guess this is their first conference loss, but they got blown out by Indiana, and they got absolutely blown out, or not blown out. They got beat by Tulane, which I know is a good G5 school, but still a G5 school.
Yeah. I told him I didn't have a chance to watch this game, but I assumed that Georgia Tech was going to take care of business.
Yeah. Talking about our offense that just couldn't get going, South Carolina against Oklahoma. South Carolina struggling offensively this season.
Yeah.
I didn't watch this game personally. But man, to only put up 7 points against, and Oklahoma's got a good defense, but I don't think they're that good.
Yeah. I feel kind of bad for South Carolina. I had them ranked inside the top 15. I had them ranked above teams like Indiana in my preseason poll, and they've been victims to SEC, but also they've just not been playing well this season.
100%.
I don't think even if they were in the SEC that they'd still be a top 25 team. So
here's the question. So a lot of people putting pressure on their head coach in this whole coaching carousel that we're in right now in college football. Will he go Virginia Tech where his dad is?
There's a chance. There's definitely a chance. And every week there's a new job opening, and it looks all of these coaches that are getting let go have the potential to go somewhere else and make a lot of money because other programs are just going to try to.
And there's so many.
Do
There's going to be so
whatever.
many opportunities for OCs and DCs to move up
Yeah,
into coaching positions, and we're truly the fact most firings don't happen during the season. At the end of the day,
yeah,
most coaches being let go don't. We are seeing teams not accepting losses anymore,
this is some
not accepting
NFL
failure, and part of me wonders how many of these how many coaches are going to say, "I'm done with this college stuff. I'm going to the NFL. It's not worth the headache."
Yeah, well, that it used to just be NFL stuff was, oh, you lost week 1 through 3, you're fired. Now it seems like it's the opposite.
We'll get to losing week 1 through 4. 1 through 3. And Auburn.
Yeah. Oh man.
But first, let's talk Georgia, Mississippi.
Oh yeah. Great game. Great game. Both teams looked really strong. A lot of people were giving a lot of shit to Ole Miss, but I think they're going to be just fine.
I agree.
The rest of the season, I think they'll be just fine.
The crazy thing about this is Georgia did the same thing Georgia always does.
Yeah.
Slow starts the game. I mean, with how Georgia Tech's played this season, you don't need to watch the first half of Georgia Tech because nothing's going to happen.
Yeah. Tech's going to be up by like 10.
Yeah,
but the game might as well be 0-0 at that
because
point.
Tech starts slow, Georgia starts damn slow. I mean, that's the truth of the matter there. And the only thing that worries me about Georgia this season is if they play somebody who's a game controller and gets the ball early in the fourth quarter and controls possession during the fourth quarter, Georgia might struggle.
Yeah. And that's what happened to their Alabama game. They tried to do that
Yeah.
play the second half thing, and it just didn't work out for them. But yeah, I don't think there's too much to worry about for Georgia, right? I think as long as you take care of business, you've got to worry about there's going to be a lot of one-loss SEC teams.
Yeah.
There's a lot right now, so it's very unclear who would take that spot. Right now it's Texas A&M, Alabama for the championship, but
Yeah, because Alabama's loss is Florida State, but that was
out of
out of
conference.
conference.
So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Yeah.
But A&M had a close one this weekend too against
Yeah.
Arkansas. A team with the head coach who was fired. And don't get me wrong, Arkansas didn't come back until late in this, but they were never really out of it.
This seems like a revives technique. Oh, we're losing, just fire the coach. We get a second life, UCLA and Virginia Tech to an extent.
For sure. But that was a surprise to me.
Yeah.
I had A&M coming in and taking care of business.
Mm-hmm. It's the first time we've really seen Texas A&M. I mean, other than the Notre Dame game, but I'll give them a pass for that because Notre Dame's a very elite program. It's the first time we've kind of questioned what Texas A&M's made of. I mean, we've been questioning it all season because we kept making the 8-4 jokes, but I'm pretty sure they can't go 8-4 now, or it would be
There's a way. No,
it'd be ridiculous if they did.
lose out the season. That's how you have to do it.
They'd have to lose to some FCS team they're playing in November.
Yeah, lose out the season to do it. But yeah, A&M's truly elevated.
Yeah.
Excited for it. Ohio State shuts out Wisconsin. Do you have anything to say on that? No, Ohio State just scored more points. That's about all I have to say.
Wisconsin wasn't. They were terrible going in. They're terrible going out.
Exactly.
Yeah. Indiana was down early to Michigan State. But
Yeah.
they pulled it together.
That wasn't something I was really worried about. Texas Tech getting beat by ASU was surprising.
Mm-hmm.
I think Texas Tech's still a decent team. but obviously the Big 12 has a lot of turmoil right now.
Yeah.
I don't know who's at the top of the Big 12 right now. I mean, we look at rankings.
It's really just.
But it's a mess. And I guess BYU, BYU's your only undefeated team, which is crazy to think. You know, they threw away this great elite Jewish quarterback who had premarital sex or whatever. He might have done something worse. I do not know the whole story of this.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I do.
Liable.
But yeah, threw out a pretty decent quarterback at the beginning of the season. Or the end of last season, so it was kind of surprising to see BYU do as well as they did. But Texas Tech dropping to ASU's still a good team. That can't hurt.
I mean, I said it last week. Arizona State at home, there's just something about it.
Yeah.
And I could see them dropping another game, and I could see them winning one that they shouldn't. So, who knows with Arizona State?
Memphis loses to UAB. They were the favorite of the G5 slots going in. They're now unranked. That's all I have to say about that.
Who do you think the G5 should be right now?
Probably Tulane.
Yeah, either Tulane. I've got South Florida.
South Florida would be just as good.
Yeah.
Either of those two are fine. I don't know what Power 4 team Memphis beat, but I'm guessing they beat somebody.
They barely beat Arkansas, but I mean that win looks a lot better now that they almost beat Texas A&M. So.
Yeah. Talk about another kind of bittersweet game. Mississippi State, Florida.
Yeah, and it's super sweet for Florida because they won and they got to fire Napier in the same weekend. So
yeah,
Florida people are happy. All the Florida people in my life are very happy.
Yeah, I wish Mississippi State would have gotten that though. I like Mississippi State still. I like the come up story, but they need to win a conference game. They haven't yet. I think they will. I think they'll get one before the end of the year. But this is Mississippi State's still a team that I think is on the rise. I wish Billy Napier the best at whatever school he becomes a DC at.
Yeah.
But don't go be a head coach again.
Washington State almost pulled off
another
one.
They're cooking something down there at Washington State. The Pac-12.
I feel so bad for them because they almost got away with two of them, but unfortunate.
How crazy would that have been to have a Pac-12 team in the playoffs?
Yeah. In this day and age, the Pac-2 makes it.
I think Washington State probably has some good coaching going on though. It'll be interesting to see that program grow, especially once the Pac-12 reforms. I mean, it's kind of Power 4, kind of G5,
Yeah, they're in the middle space
area.
Georgia State needs to get their stuff together.
Yeah, Georgia State got beat by Georgia Southern. Both of those coaches are on the hot seat, from what I've been told. And both are dog water. Penn State gets beat by Iowa. Love to see that.
See, I didn't even know that until this very moment.
Go Hawkeyes, by the way. Hawkeye Nation. Love ya. For all 0 of you viewing this video. But Hawkeyes are great. And I'm surprised Iowa let Penn State score 24 points on.
Yeah.
To be honest with you. Iowa's got a really solid defense. I think Iowa's kind of in a Florida situation with their coach.
Yeah.
Fantastic defensive mind. But man, do they suck at offense.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll have to see how that goes in the next couple of years with Iowa. I mean, they could be another team that has a coach fired this summer. Texas goes to overtime with Kentucky. I think Texas is still mid. I think that is the lesson of that.
I mean, Kentucky is probably is rock bottom of the SEC, and they almost squeaked one out. Something about Kentucky at home too. Kentucky at home. I mean, they did the same shit to Georgia last year. Now, obviously, Georgia was a better team than this Texas team is, but
This Texas team
Yeah.
isn't that.
yeah.
Notre Dame goes and beats USC.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I would have watched this game. I was so damn tired.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I was mostly focused on Alabama, Tennessee at this point. But Notre Dame proves that they are still a really good team and probably deserve a playoff bid.
Yeah.
But Alabama, Tennessee is the interesting one.
Alabama played a very, very good game, and
They walked Tennessee though.
yeah,
I mean, there was never a point in that game where Alabama felt like, oh, we're gonna lose this one. You know.
that defensive touchdown was great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great game. Really, really solid.
I saw a video of this British couple. They the first video I saw from them was he was in Birmingham, Alabama, and comparing it to Birmingham, UK, and then the second video I saw from him was he was at that game.
That's funny.
At a college football game. We need to put Europe on the college football because they think they got the best atmospheres.
No.
Huh.
Nowhere close.
Nowhere close.
Auburn almost has a win.
Yeah.
Doesn't.
Doesn't. It was officiating. Oh,
Auburn fans complain about officiating every single game, whether it was good or bad. I think it was fine in this game.
Yeah. There's a point where it's like, all right.
Hugh Freeze got to go though.
Yeah.
Hugh Freeze got to go. I've been saying this for like 2 years. Hugh Freeze got to go.
Yeah.
He's terrible. Do you have anything more to say on that one?
They need to spend all their energy prepping for the Iron Bowl to
Knock Alabama out.
knock Alabama out because you almost
I would
did it.
love to see that. I would love to see that.
That wasn't last year, right? I think it was the year before they almost did it. Yeah, it was Saban's last Iron Bowl. They almost knocked them off. That was pretty cool.
BYU beats Utah in Holy Wars, and I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Stanford beats Florida State. Florida State is god awful and officially the second worst team in the ACC.
Goodbye, Mike Norvell.
Apparently they don't have enough money to fire him. There was a meeting and they said they have to wait another year to fire Mike Norvell. The school doesn't have enough money because they extended his contract after going undefeated and getting booted out of the playoffs, and now they don't have enough money to pay out his contract.
Listen, even with the bad loss, I mean, Florida, the state of Florida football, just the whole state was in a good position. It was looking like the 90s. It was looking like the 2000s where all three of your big ones are ranked, and even South Florida was ranked, and now it's just deteriorating. It is, all of the teams have deteriorated.
I mean, if you look at the
They
top
make
25,
Miami look good.
besides Texas,
South
You're-
Florida's still at 18.
well, besides Texas, your only team that has multiple schools in a state that's on here is Georgia.
Yeah. And that's top 10, baby.
And two top 10 teams is crazy.
Texas and
There's a chance, Oregon or somebody else drops a game, and Georgia Tech, so 5-6, a 3-4. Georgia Tech is looking like a top 10 matchup right
Yeah.
now.
the
It
strongest.
is going to be wild.
Yeah.
It's going
I
to be
can't
wild.
wait for that one. That's going to be awesome. Kennesaw State already played this week.
Yeah, Kennesaw State
on a
played
Tuesday.
on Tuesday. Beat FIU, who'd been doing pretty good in G5, from my understanding. Let's see. Let's go to Friday.
Yeah.
Cal, Virginia Tech.
Friday, yeah. I mean, I don't even now that the NBA's back, you will not catch me watching a lot of these Friday night games.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I mean,
give me Virginia Tech.
Yeah, give me Virginia Tech.
I
mean, you know what? I got the multi-view. I might as well.
Yeah.
Probably. But the sound will be on basketball. For sure.
South Florida plays Memphis this weekend. These are two of the
Yeah.
dire G5 schools starting out on Saturday.
That's going to be fun.
That'll actually be a good game.
Man, there's some good ones on at noon.
Yeah. I probably like South Florida on this one. But it could be anybody's games. These G5 schools are like that.
Mm-hmm.
What's your pick?
I got South Florida as well. I know Memphis is at home, but South Florida's really, I mean, their only loss is to Miami, and Miami's really good.
Mississippi State, or not Mississippi State, Ole Miss versus Oklahoma.
Yeah. How is Oklahoma getting all these damn home games? That's crazy. They must have had the same schedule as like Georgia last year, where Georgia played like pretty much every game on the road.
Mm-hmm.
And then people are complaining about how, why does Georgia get all these home games this year? It's because we didn't get any home games last year. So I think Ole Miss got this for sure. I don't know if Oklahoma's that strong. I think
it all depends on how John Mateer's feeling that day.
Yeah.
If John Mateer is feeling 80% or better, I think Oklahoma can win this.
What's Ole Miss's quarterback's name? I can't remember. Oh my god, but he was killing it.
Something Cajun sounding, I think.
Yeah. I don't know, but shout out to you, man, because you were really.
Oh, he's a good guy.
Yeah.
Do you think UCLA bites Indiana with the UCLA curse?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Yeah.
I think Georgia walks Syracuse. Not gonna win for me.
Yeah. He'll be at the game, so
yeah.
Y'all go say hi to him.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, the SEC toilet bowl, in my opinion, Auburn and Arkansas. I think Auburn's probably the worst team in the SEC, actually.
Yeah, Auburn is the poop and Arkansas is the pee.
I think I take Arkansas on this one.
Yeah, I got Arkansas too. It's at Arkansas.
Yeah, that's a good home environment too. Illinois goes to Washington. I actually like Washington in this game.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't been following them super closely.
Yeah.
But I don't think Illinois is all that. I didn't think they were all that at the start of the season.
Man, a lot of these like mid-tier Big Ten teams are so hard to gauge. I think I've got Illinois, I'd say, but I could definitely see it going to Washington. It's at Washington. They get loud, so.
Mm-hmm. That school's all about it.
Yeah. Something about those Northwest stadiums, because Oregon's not even that, like, as loud, but, like, all those stadiums with, like, that weird, like, dome design.
They shape them, dude.
Yeah, they shape them for sound. That's why the Seahawks stadium's so loud.
Yeah. Vandy, Mizzou, taking Vandy all day long.
Yeah.
Every day of the week on this one.
Ooh, sorry. I think Vanderbilt's got this, but that's going to be what I'm going to be watching at 3:30 for sure.
Yeah, the rest of these games aren't anything special. Alabama's going to beat South Carolina. I think BYU will go and beat up on Iowa State pretty good.
Yeah.
Texas plays Mississippi State at Mississippi State at 4:15.
Yeah, bring out the cowbells, please.
I think this is Mississippi State's first conference win.
Yeah.
Right here. It's at home. It's in the evening. And I think Mississippi State gets up for that. Night games at Mississippi State are tough. It'll be dark near the end of this. And I think that crowd will get louder and louder and louder. And I don't think Arch Manning does well under pressure. I really don't think he's going to do well under cowbells.
Yeah. We've been waiting for him to pick it up, and really the Oklahoma game was the only one he really did pick it up, and it wasn't even really that impressive. So all those people that put money on Arch Manning at the beginning of the season to win the Heisman,
Dumbasses.
they're about as smart as the people that put Klubnik money.
I hadn't bet anything.
Yeah. Or Carson Beck money.
Yeah, right? I haven't bet anything on either of them.
Yeah.
I didn't even ride with my own quarterback. Probably should have.
Yeah.
Probably should have rode with Haynes King.
He's way above all of those guys.
I
if
think
he
Haynes
keeps
King's
playing the
probably.
way he does, he at least deserves the invitation to go to New York.
I think so. Yeah. I don't think he gets it, but I think he deserves to at least
Yeah.
go there. I think, like you said, Ole Miss's quarterback looks really good.
Yeah.
That wide receiver from Ohio State looks really good.
Jeremiah Smith. That
Um,
would be the only thing that comes true out of my predictions. My top 25 looks terrible, but it doesn't look like crazy bad. But there's a lot of teams that are
Penn
like,
State.
yeah, Penn State. I
I
mean, I had
think
him
you
at,
had Penn State at number 1, number 2.
no, I had Penn State at 7.
Did you really?
Yeah.
I had them at like 8-15 or something
Yeah.
like that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it was wild.
And you didn't have Alabama, which
I was wrong.
you were wrong, but you were right at the beginning of the season
then
at least.
Oh, man.
I'm gonna say you were right about it because,
Alright. Yeah,
because of how the
guess.
beginning of the season went.
Those were week 1 predictions, right? I mean, teams
Exactly.
can develop and all that. A&M plays LSU.
Yep.
I think this is should
At
be
the
an easy win
swamp.
for A&M,
Play the neck.
but that's at LSU.
Number 3, Texas A&M, man, what the heck? Yeah,
I hope LSU comes and wins this, but I don't think they do.
I don't think they do. They need to figure out their offense, and they haven't, and I don't think they will.
Yeah, I agree.
Texas A&M.
The
will
only
play a
advantage here
shootout.
is it's a home night game.
Yeah,
In Death Valley.
yeah,
The real Death Valley. It's loud.
yeah,
I just offended a bunch of Auburn. Or not Auburn, Clemson fans.
yeah.
A bunch of Clemson fans, but who cares?
The real Death Valley doesn't lose to Syracuse at home.
Exactly. Doesn't get blown out to Syracuse at home. Syracuse is like in the bottom tier of the ACC right
Yeah.
now too. By the way, Kate Klubnik got hurt.
I didn't even see that.
Yeah, he got hurt during his last game against whoever, but they played SMU without Kate Klubnik. Clemson looked better.
Oh man, that's rough.
I
You
don't
got so
know if you
fooled
put
by
Kate.
last year.
I don't know if you put Kate Klubnik back in for the rest of this
Yeah.
year. Oh no, he had an ankle injury. Yeah. The mobile quarterback.
Yeah.
What a freaking joke. Tennessee plays Kentucky at Kentucky. Do you have this as an upset alert?
Fuck it, yeah.
At night.
Yeah.
At
We go
night.
upset alert, dude.
Yeah, I think this could be fun.
That'd be funny because Kentucky has nothing to lose.
Yeah, I mean, you come out, balls to the wall, trick plays,
Yeah.
running back throws, all sorts of, shovel passes. I want to see it all. I want to see Kentucky be like, all right, this is our one shot,
Yeah.
our one opportunity. Let's
Maybe-
go create some havoc.
Hopefully they didn't get like defeated by we almost had Texas. hopefully they're like, dude, we almost had Texas. Let's go beat Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope the
It's
fans
possible.
do that. Yeah.
Arizona State, Houston.
That should be a good one. I
Should be
got
a good
Arizona
game.
State.
I probably do too. At Arizona State, like we
Yeah.
said, it's just crazy. But we got a good lineup of games. Top 25, like we said, we mentioned it a couple times, looking wild.
Oh yeah.
Um,
But it looks right for the first well, I guess last week it kind of looked right, but it looks. There's a few things that I would change around. I don't know if Michigan deserves to be ranked right now. They're 5-2, and they've just beat up on what's it called, Washington, who was
yeah,
people said should have been ranked. So
it's they're on the edge. What's crazy to me is when's the last time there were 4 ranked ACC teams, 2 in the top 10? Feels like forever ago.
yeah,
I don't think that happened last year.
Tech was ranked, weren't they?
Yeah, for like week 2, and then
Yeah.
they lost it after beating FSU. They were ranked, and they got beat by Syracuse.
Yeah.
We have Tech, Miami, Louisville, and Virginia all ranked.
Yeah.
It's pretty wild. I think this year the Big 12 is still the weakest conference.
Oh yeah. Big 12 has been getting a lot of disrespect, and some of it's kind of deserved.
And ACC has issues too. Don't get me wrong. ACC has issues. But
There's a lot of people that if the season ended today, they'd be super mad because of how the playoff seeding would go. There'd be a lot of SEC teams, but I don't know. I'm just a realist. I think all these teams are better than a lot of these teams that are just outside of this.
so let's go and since we went through this pretty quickly, let's go and say who we think our conference championship games will be.
Oh yeah,
For each conference.
yeah.
Want to start SEC or Big Ten first?
Big Ten's easier. I think Ohio State, Indiana, just because the strength of schedule for both of them is super low.
Does Ohio State play Oregon?
No,
And
neither
does
of
Indiana
them.
play Oregon?
Indiana and Ohio State play. Penn State was their big one, but now it's not a big one anymore. As long as Ohio State can get over the Michigan hump that they can't seem to get over, I think it'll be okay.
I like.
Oregon's got a Big Ten loss now, so
Who's their Big Ten loss to again?
Indiana.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a rematch. I like Oregon, Indiana, just because I feel like Ohio State chokes to Michigan like they love to do. And it's a
Yeah,
real possibility.
for sure.
I also think Ohio State, Indiana is a very good,
Oh,
plausible one.
I'm
as
getting
well.
deja vu where I'm like, yeah, they could, but surely they won't.
That's
And
what we
then
said
in
last
a few
year,
weeks,
too.
yeah, they
Um,
could, but surely they won't. I mean, this is the year they finally break it. Nope.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Michigan wasn't ranked last year when they lost to
Yeah.
Ohio State, so I mean it's tough. Yeah, I like Oregon, Indiana. I think that's a pretty fair assessment. What about SEC?
SEC. Man, I think I've got. Maybe Georgia Alabama rematch. That would be good.
I think you're probably on the money with that. I'd love to see Vandy sneak in there.
Yeah.
I think that's a possibility. I really, really do. Vandy's got a decent strength of schedule left and a pretty clear path. I like Vandy A&M.
Yeah, Vandy A&M would be fun.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with Vandy A&M. I know it's a long
I
shot,
think that's fair, yeah.
but I think it's a possibility. I think it's a possibility.
I feel like Ole Miss is better than Vandy. I mean, they're better than them in the standings, but I
I
think
don't
they're.
know.
I don't know.
I think Vandy's better than Ole Miss.
For-
But it could be. It depends on the week too.
Yeah.
It really does. I think Alabama's probably better than I'm giving them credit for too. I think that's our part of it. It's just so hard to look at that Florida State loss and be like, when are they going to do it again?
Yeah.
Because Florida State, now knowing what we know, we realize how bad of a team they are.
Yeah.
And that puts a little doubt on me for Alabama. It gives me a little bit of hope as a Georgia Tech for beating Georgia. But
That Alabama win got Florida State all the way up to 7. That is so crazy.
and
they
then
were
they
ranked
beat
number
2
7.
G5 schools
Yeah.
and then haven't won a conference game.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, it's bad.
ACC championship. Who do you think? I think it's gonna be Georgia Tech and somebody.
I agree. Right now, your undefeated teams in the conference are Virginia, conference undefeated besides Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech's the only one outright undefeated. Virginia, and SMU. Pitt, Miami both have one loss. I think Georgia Tech's the most sure into it right now. Georgia Tech will be favored every game till the end of the year, besides Georgia. Pitt at the end of the year is at home at Georgia Tech, or else I'd be worried about that one.
Mm-hmm.
I think Miami's still in it, and I think Louisville's still in it.
Yeah.
I think there's a chance Virginia drops it, but I think there's a bigger chance that SMU drops 2 games.
Yeah, they gotta play Miami, so.
But SMU also hasn't lost an ACC conference game in 2 years.
Yeah,
They
they've
do.
never lost an ACC game.
Yeah, since being in the conference.
Yeah.
Well,
Other than Clemson last year, but
yeah, but that
we
was
don't count
postseason.
that.
That was
Yeah.
postseason. I think SMU can make a run for it, but I'm going to take Georgia Tech, Virginia, partly because I think it's the battle I'd like to see, or Georgia Tech, Miami. I think Miami scoots in there somehow, just because their strength of schedule. If everybody else, if it's comparing a bunch of one-loss teams together, you put Miami in as the second team because their strength of schedule is so much harder than the rest.
yeah, it's really gonna come down to
Does Virginia
who
drop
doesn't.
them?
Yeah, who doesn't have two losses? Because I would say right now I've got Georgia Tech, Virginia, just because I think Miami beats SMU, and then I think they drop to Pitt, and I think Pitt drops to Georgia Tech, and it just kind of snowballs down. And I think Virginia's got the best chance right now to be Virginia, Georgia Tech. Crazy.
Which is wild.
ACC.
I didn't see Virginia as being a top team
Oh yeah,
at the beginning of the year, but
dude. I mean, like,
Here we
if
are.
you told me Georgia Tech was making the ACC championship, I would have been like, all
Yeah,
right,
I
they
could see
played
it.
up to their highest potential. They're doing great.
yeah,
Good for them. If you told me Virginia, I'd been like, you mean Virginia Tech, right?
yeah, exactly, right? I Virginia Tech at least like maybe I could see that. I guess if I squint,
Yeah.
Now I think moves on to the hardest one to guess. I mean, Big 12. Right now I gotta say BYU, right? Is being
BYU,
one of
yeah.
them. I kind of like Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Am I crazy for saying that?
No. You're not crazy at all. I was thinking the same thing. Either Cincinnati or.
You gotta say Texas Tech, but
Yeah.
I mean, I think I like Cincinnati over Texas Tech right now.
I want to say Arizona State too. I still haven't
They
given
have
up
2
on
losses
them.
or
They've
one?
got 2 losses, but one of them's to Mississippi State.
Yeah, so it's out of conference.
Out of conference, I could see that game happening.
I agree.
That's gonna be a great weekend either way.
Oh yeah. I think ASU is definitely a possible. I don't know the rest of their schedule, but I think they definitely could do it. So I think that about wraps it up, though.
Yep.
Who do you have winning it all right now? If you were to give a long shot bet, who's your long shot bet for winning it all?
OHIO. Ohio State will win this one. I think Ohio State's still the best team in the country. They haven't given me anything to prove it wrong yet.
I think there's a chance Miami misses out in the ACC championship, makes it on a 12th spot, and runs the table.
It could happen.
Wouldn't be the team I bet on, but I think that's a possibility. I think people shouldn't count them out.
See what Carson Beck
I have
has.
Indiana winning it.
Indiana winning it
I
all.
have Indiana.
I hope Indiana wins it.
No, you don't. You hope.
Well, I hope Georgia wins it.
Yeah.
But if Georgia can't win, I want Indiana to win this championship. I want it. That would be awesome. To be like, look at that. That is freaking. Because that's one of those college football teams where there's been people going to those games for years and they never thought a championship. They were like, well, I wonder what we can do to get on that Ohio State and Penn State and Michigan level. Because there was always the Big Ten elites and the sub teams. And
they didn't think there was a
always,
chance to win a conference championship.
If you would have told me Indiana wins a championship in my lifetime, I would have said, okay, they won a basketball championship. That's awesome for them. They've been a basketball school. Now they're going to be a football school. They just re-signed the coach for 7 years or something.
How much money?
He's like the third highest paid.
Oh, he was one of the lowest paid. Yeah, that's good.
Now
good.
he's making the money he deserves.
I thought he was going to go to Penn State, but
yeah. But they said, screw that. We're paying you all the money.
yeah, probably because of good donations.
Georgia Tech needs to.
I know. I'm so worried he's going to go to Florida. I'm
think-
so worried he's going to go to Florida. If Frank T goes to Florida, I'm going to lose my mind and cry.
Yeah, if there's only one or two jobs open that are big money, it's like, okay, Georgia Tech needs.
Florida's the one
Yeah.
that like I could almost. If you're a tech guy, but your big thing is that you hate Georgia, I wouldn't mind going to Florida. But
Yeah.
man, I hate the
That would be
Gators,
so fun.
dude. I hate the Gators.
Yeah.
In Kiwi trust.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's all good. Well, thank you all so much for tuning in. Until next time, we're out.